Students, today we'll discuss about integers. So we'll discuss about the entire integer basics, okay, and then we'll touch about the integers addition. Okay, so I'll cover subtraction, multiplication, division, and all in different video. Okay, for this video, we'll first go with the basics, and then discuss the addition. Just the addition. All right. So basics means integers means, so we have the positive numbers, and the negative numbers, okay, and we call them as positive integers, negative integers. For example, so in integers you get all the whole numbers, right? So that includes 0, and then all the positive integers. I'm writing 0 here, there's a reason, so I'll tell you. So these are 0 and all the positive numbers, right? 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Okay? And apart from these whole numbers, so we get the negative numbers also in the integers. Okay, so negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, like this. And 4. So now overall integer consists of whole numbers plus negative integers. Okay, so these are all the negative integers, and these are all the positive integers. So now whatever we have 0 in between, okay, so this 0 is neither positive nor negative. Okay, so understand the difference between positive integers, negative integers, and 0. So 0 is not positive nor negative because 0 does not have any value, right? That's why we cannot say it's a positive or negative. Okay, but 0 is an integer. Okay, so now the other thing we discuss is, okay, all the whole numbers are part of the integers. Okay, all the whole numbers, because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? All these are whole numbers. These are all part of the integers. Okay, the additional that we have is negative integers here. All right. Okay, and here in the integers, you have only the whole numbers like this. Either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or negative 1, negative 2. Okay? But negative 1.1 is not an integer. Please understand. See, negative, for example, negative 1.1, right? This is not an integer. Okay? Not an integer. Okay? So negative 3 is an integer. 4 is an integer. 0 is an integer. 100 is an integer. Okay? So these are all integers. So how many integers will be there? Right? So there are infinite numbers because there is no limit to it, right? So there are infinite integers that we can say. Infinite integers. Okay. So now if you want to represent this in the number line, so in between keep 0, right side to 0, you write like positive integer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, and then so you see arrow. So on the left side to it, so you write negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So this is how you represent negative 4. Yeah, and so on. So it will go to infinite integers on the negative side or positive side also. Okay. So on the number line, if you move towards right, the value of the integer is increasing, right? So 1 by 1. So the value of the integer is increasing. In the same way, if you move left to in the number line, the value of integer becoming less and lesser. We are moving to the left side of the number line, the value of the integers becoming less and less. But if you are moving to the right side from here, anywhere, so value of the integer slowly increasing. So that means -3 is greater than -4. Understand it? Okay. Take any right side number. Take any left side number. Okay. 4 is greater than -1. So if you understand this, now you can say 0 is greater than -1. 0 is greater than -2. Right? Because 0 is on the right side of all the negative integers. So 0 is greater than all the negative integers. All negative integers. Okay, understand it. So from the number, if you have any doubt anytime, you can just put that number on the number line. If it is whatever the number you have on the left side, that number will be less than the number on the right side. Okay, this will not work only for integers, even for whole numbers or natural numbers, rational numbers, right? Every time, whatever you see on the left side, okay, that would be lesser than the number on the right side. Okay, all right. So that's about the number line representation. Okay, so now as we discussed, right, so we'll look at the addition of integers. Addition of integers. So addition of integers, for positive integers it is easy. For example, if you want to do 3 plus 4, just like you add natural numbers, right? So it will work in the same way. As long as we are taking positive integers, the addition will be 3 plus 4 equal to 7. Okay? But if you want to add 3 and -1, for example, you want to add 3 and -1, okay? So the way you add is, let me explain from the number line. In the number line, understand that if you are adding, right? If you are adding, okay, so you have to go to the right side, because as we discussed earlier, if you go towards the right, the integer value is increasing. That's why if you are adding any integer, right, you have to go to the right side. I'll show you an example, you'll understand. So let's say, so we have 0 here, 1, 2, 3. Now we are adding 3 to -1. 3 is here, right? Since we are adding -1 here, now you have to go back 1 unit. So that means our answer will be 2 here. Okay, our answer will be 2 here. Okay. So now, if for example, if we are adding -3 to 3 again, so let me erase this one. If we are adding -3 to 3, so 3 is here. Now -3 means you have to go back 3 units now. Go back 3 units. 1 unit, right? 2 units, 3 units. So we are at 0. So the answer will be 0. Okay. So this is how you can add using the number line. Okay. So if you are adding negative, that means you go back. Or let's take few other example. -4 plus 2. Now we are starting with -4, right? So that's when the number line mark -4. Now since you are adding positive 2, so now you have to go towards right side. So right side to -4, you have -3, -2, -1, 0, right? This is how you have in the integers. So since you are adding 2, go 2 units right side, 1 and 2. So you are getting -2. Okay, I hope you are understanding. Suppose if you are adding -1, see, this is like adding, right? -3 plus -1. Suppose if you are adding -1 So you have to go left side, right? So where is negative 3? You have negative 3 here. Since you're adding negative 1, so you have to go left side, right? So this will be negative 4 here. Left side 1 unit only, because you're adding negative 1 unit. It has to go only one time. So negative 4. So if you're adding 0 to any number, you get the same number, right? So that will work for integers also. Negative 3 plus 0 will be negative 3. 4 plus 0, it would be 4 only. Okay, this is using the number line. This is one way that you can add positive or negative integers. Right? So we'll see other way also. Suppose if you are adding 3 to negative 1. So this is the same as subtracting 3 from 1. Please understand. This is the same as subtracting 1 from 3, which is 2. Now we are understanding. Suppose if you are adding 3 to negative 4, so this is going into subtraction of 3 adding to negative 4, right? So easiest way for you is to understand with the number line. Okay? Or the other way is, so one is positive and the other is negative number, right? One is positive and the other is negative number, right? So you can take the highest number, that is 4 here, and the lowest number. Find the difference. You get 1. Okay? But since 4 is negative and 3 is positive here, so we took the exactly reverse side for both. So for the answer also, you have to take the negative of this one. So you get negative 1. Hope you understand. Okay. So 3 adding to negative 4. So take a few more examples. 5 plus minus 5. See here 5 and negative 5. Since 5 is the same number, we are adding 2 equal numbers with opposite sign, right? So you get 0 here. You get a 0 here. So let's see a few more examples. See math, right? So the way you understand is, so do more and more examples. Definitely you'll understand it. You need to do more examples. Okay? Again, I'm taking, see if it is, both are positive, this is 3 plus 2, 5. Both are positive integers. Okay? So first one positive, second one negative. First one positive, second one negative. You have like this, right? Now I'm telling you, this is the same as 3 minus 1. Okay? How do you remember is, whenever you are getting plus and minus sign next to each other, the plus into minus will give you minus. Remember this. Or even if you get minus, plus you get minus only. But if you are getting minus and minus next to each other, when you are multiplying, right, like this, so you get positive, and positive also you get positive. So remember, one positive, one negative, right? When you are multiplying, you get a negative sign. So that's why plus into minus is minus. So 3 minus 1 equal to 2. You can understand in this way also. First positive, second negative. Okay? Now both are negative. For example, minus 2 minus minus 3. Now what did we discuss? Negative and you get negative. See, negative and negative is positive, right? That's why you can rewrite this as minus 2 plus 3. Okay, minus 2 plus 3 is the same as 3 minus 2, which is equal to 1. Okay, so first positive, second negative, both negative. And take another example. First negative, second positive. Okay, so if you have like this, so what you do is look at the greater number. Here greater number is 4 and least number is 2, right? Since we have one negative and the other positive, what you do is look at the difference between these two numbers. Difference, that means subtract 4 minus 2, that is equal to 2, right? But since the greater number has negative sign, your answer should be negative. Your answer should be negative here. Okay, understand? Okay. I'm taking another example, minus 5 plus 1. See, 5 is the greater number and it has a negative sign. Okay? You have one negative and one positive. So first find the difference between 5 and 1. It is 4. Since the greater number has negative sign, put negative 4. So you get negative 4. Okay? But in the same way, if you have like minus 1 plus 5, see, 1 is positive and 1 is negative, right? So understand that you have to find the difference on 4. Greater number has positive sign, so your answer will be positive 4 only. Answer will be positive 4 only. Okay, so I would say let's go through the recording again if you have questions, right? So and then do more practice problems. So definitely do get it. I think we covered all the scenarios. 2 positives, 1 positive, 1 negative, 2 negatives. Okay, and in this one also, first negative, second positive, first positive, second negative. We can cover that one also. Okay. All right. So I tried to cover more examples, guys. So I hope this video will help you. Okay. So as I told in my previous recordings, my goal is to make sure the basics are good for each and every student. So if you like my videos, right, so just follow, and if any of your friends need any help, you can recommend my channel. So you can say, first I want to make sure to cover the basics of each and every topic. So probably in future we might go in depth, but my initial goal is to cover the basics. As I see, most of the students are lacking in this one. All right, so all the best, students. Thank you for watching our channel. Have a nice day. And today is Independence Day here. So happy Independence Day, everyone. All right. Bye, guys.